This is Chris Videos. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, World of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both my TikToks. And I'll be down there in the description box, and I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw April 17th, 2023 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Now we kick off the show with Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman, the Bloodline. So yeah, the Bloodline comes out, and Jay Uso had the mic first, and he tells the audience that the Bloodline's in their city. Everybody's going crazy and stuff. Paul Heyman grabs the mic and he starts talking about how he is the special counsel to Roman Reigns and the wise man to the Bloodline and everything. And yeah, he was talking and everything up until he gets interrupted by Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day. So yeah, they come out, and the Judgment Day and the Bloodline standing to each other, like Damian Priest is standing in front of Jimmy Uso. We see Rhea Ripley standing in front of Solo, and then Jay and Finn Balor and Dominic and Paul Heyman. So yeah, and yeah, Damian Priest grabs the mic and he says Paul, and then he walks up to Jimmy Uso, and then he walks straight up to Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman starts backing up Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman starts explaining why the Judgment Day is there, and he tells them that the Judgment Day is there because they got like a little short agreement and stuff. The Usos didn't not know nothing about this agreement, but Paul Heyman starts explaining, and he starts explaining that the Judgment Day has this little agreement, and while he's explaining it, all of a sudden we see Solo Sikoa and Rhea Ripley just staring at each other, and Paul Heyman was like, Jay, switch spots with Solo, and they swap spots, and then Rhea Ripley swapped spots with Finn Balor standing in front of Solo, and Paul Heyman was like, Rhea, is everything all good? And she was like, for now it is. So yeah, she's just staring a hole into Solo Sikoa, which is pretty good. That's pretty cool stuff right there. But yeah, Paul Heyman starts talking again, talking about how even though Finn Balor don't like the Bloodline and everything because of what happened in the past, and he got this hatred with them, he didn't come to terms with the short deal, same for Dominic and all that. And the deal is the Judgment Day will be taking on Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens in a six-man tag team match later on tonight, because the Usos and Solo Sikoa will be taking on Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens at Backlash in a six-man tag team match. So before that match, they will be taking on the Judgment Day. So yeah, that's what he said. And he said, in terms, Solo Sikoa will be taking on Rey Mysterio for their issue. So yeah, that's what he said that the issue was. And yep, that's what happened there. And then Rey Mysterio comes out and we get to the one-on-one match. Solo Sikoa versus Rey Mysterio. Nobody was at ringside. And it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. At one point, we see Rey Mysterio springboard off the second rope. He gets caught in the air onto Solo Sikoa's shoulders, and Solo hits the Samoan drop onto Rey, pinning him, but Rey kicks out at two. He picks him up on his shoulders again, trying to hit the Samoan drop again, but Rey Mysterio fought off his shoulders. Hurricanrana's him into the second rope. He hits the 619 onto him, jumps over the top rope with a splash onto Solo, pins him, but Solo barely kicking out at two. And yeah, just going back and forth and everything. Rey Mysterio, Solo picks him up again on his shoulders, but Rey Mysterio fought off of him and stuff, and then drop kicks his knee onto him into the second rope and stuff, setting up for the 619, but Rey Mysterio looks at the entranceway, and we see the Usos walking down, and then all of a sudden, when they get closer to the ring, all of a sudden they get jumped by Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro, LWO. They jumped over the crowd and over the barricade and started attacking the Usos outside of the ring. Rey tries to hit the 619 onto Solo, but Solo catches him and stuff, and he lifts him back up on his shoulders, trying to hit Samoan drop, but Rey got off his shoulders again, drop kicks him in the back, and then Rey finally hits a 619 onto him the second time. He climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the splash, but Solo moves out the way, so Rey Mysterio crashed and burned, and then Solo grabs Rey, hitting the Samoan spike on the Rey Mysterio, and pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Solo Sikoa defeated Rey Mysterio tonight in a one-on-one match, but then, after the match ended, we see LWO getting into the ring, checking on Rey Mysterio, and then they get attacked from the Usos of Solo Sikoa. They're all beating him down and stuff. We see Solo Sikoa hitting the Samoan spike onto Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Santos Escobar. So yeah, he lays them all out with Samoan spikes, and then he picks up Rey Mysterio and tosses them to the Usos, with the Usos hitting the 1D onto Rey Mysterio, laying him out. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good match. I'm happy after the match was pretty good. I'll give all that stuff 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it pretty good stuff. But then after that, we see a segment from earlier today where we see Adam Pearce. He's backstage, and he's getting pretty much a little bit annoyed because Chad Gable and Otis, Alpha Academy, and Maxine Dupree's backstage, and Chad Gable's talking about the draft, and he says that Alpha Academy is a package deal and all that stuff, so wherever one goes, the other one goes. So yeah, that's what he says, and then Maxine Dupree's like, no, this is Otis and all that stuff, and then they start shushing each other, getting on each other's nerves, and Adam Pearce pretty much had to kick him out of the locker room. So yeah, out of his office. So yep, that's what happened there. But yeah, up next we're going to be seeing the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair versus Dakota Kai one-on-one up next on Raw. Still to come later on tonight, that 6-man tag team match. And later on tonight we'll see Cody Rhodes on Raw and Brock Lesnar as well. So yeah, and Seth Rollins versus The Miz as well. So yeah, many more stuff to happen tonight on Raw. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was the WWE Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair versus Dakota Kai with Bayley and Io Sky Damage Control at ringside. So yeah, one-on-one match between Dakota Kai and Bianca Belair, and it was an okay match. There was a few botches in this match, where they was having some complicated spots, it looked like. At one point we see, at the ending, we see Bianca Belair lift up Dakota Kai on her shoulders, try to hit the KOD onto her, but Dakota had her hair, and when Bianca flips her, Dakota lands on her feet, but pulling the hair and stuff. Bianca fought back, picks her up with the chicken wing, about to hit like a chicken wing, base block onto her or whatever at the corner, but then Dakota Kai reverses it, rolling through, hitting Bianca's face onto the second turnbuckle, and then she goes to the other side of the corner, comes back, trying to hit the big boot onto her, but Bianca moves out of the way, and Dakota hits the turnbuckles, and then Bianca lifts her up and hits the KOD finally onto Dakota Kai, and then pins her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Bianca Belair defeated Dakota Kai tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's why I'll give it. Nothing really too special on that one. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, they started showing what happened a few weeks ago with Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar and all that stuff. And then we see Cody Rhodes walking backstage, about to come to the ring. So yeah, up next, Cody Rhodes will be on Monday Night Raw. And still to come later on tonight, we will see Seth Rollins versus The Miz one-on-one. And later on tonight, the Judgment Day versus Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens in a 6-man tag team match in the main event. So yeah, that match is still to come later on tonight on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw. Now, before we get to the segment with Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, there was one segment that we seen backstage. So we seen Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day, talking backstage, and it was talking how Bad Bunny, Damian Priest was talking about how Bad Bunny is apparently returning next Monday on Raw, but he better come out with a different attitude and not towards the Judgment Day, because I wouldn't be. I'll cut him off as a friend or whatever, and Dominic is like, look, you don't need Bad Bunny as a friend, just like how I don't need Rey Mysterio as a father and all that stuff. So that's what he was talking about. But then all of a sudden Paul Heyman comes up and he goes like, so what did y'all think about what we did out there with Rey Mysterio? And Finn Balor said, and he goes like, what do you mean by and then he said, why I said and he goes like, well, y'all better go ahead and take care of the of Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, and make that So yeah, that's what he said. And he said he's going to go talk to Roman Reigns. So yeah, that's what Paul Heyman said. But then after that, we see Cody Rhodes. He makes his way down to the ring. He's ready for a fight. He starts calling out Brock Lesnar, want him to come on out and stuff. But then all of a sudden, we see Adam Pearce come out. Adam Pearce is trying to calm Cody Rhodes down, talking about, no, we don't need this. Please, just, you're not medically cleared. Don't be calling out Brock Lesnar. You don't need to be fighting him. Just, please leave. And Cody Rhodes is like, you know what? I'll leave. I'll go ahead and leave. He gets down out the ring, gets down the steps, and he goes like, you know what? Screw this. He gets underneath the ring, grabs a steel chair, gets in the ring, and he starts calling out Brock Lesnar and stuff. So he wants to go fight Brock Lesnar, and Adam Pearce is like, you know what? No, we ain't dealing with this. He calls down some security guards. They come into the ring and stuff. Some of them standing outside the ring, some of them got inside the ring. And, then all of a sudden Brock Lesnar comes walking out, and Lesnar's like, come on, Cody, and stuff on the ramp and everything. Adam Pearce is trying to calm down Cody. He goes like, you know what? Fine. Don't fight Brock Lesnar now, but you got your match at Backlash with him. So yeah, that's what he said. The match is now made official. And Cody Rhodes is getting more and more pissed off about Brock Lesnar. So the security guard starts touching Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes starts going off on him, beating him with the steel chair and stuff. One of them took away the chair. He starts going at it with him, laying him out and stuff. And he gets out of the ring, starts laying out the other ones. And then Lesnar's still antagonizing him. Cody Rhodes runs up the ramp trying to get Lesnar, but a bunch of security guards quickly got him and brought him back towards the ring. And Cody Rhodes starts beating them down and stuff. He gets into the ring and starts throwing the other ones out the ring and stuff. And yeah, just laying them all out. And Lesnar walks away. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though, with Cody Rhodes just beating down the security guards and stuff, getting what he wants the match. But yeah, he still couldn't get his hands on Brock Lesnar. So yep, that's what happened there. But yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Seth Rollins versus The Miz, one-on-one up next on Raw. So yeah, that match will be up next. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match, but before we talk about that match, now we see Brock Lesnar. He's walking backstage and everything, just walking around. So yeah, that's what he was doing. But yeah, we get to the match, and this match, it was a really, really, really good one. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Seth Rollins versus The Miz, one-on-one. And yeah, The Miz makes his entrance. He's already in there. Seth Rollins comes down. Before he could get into the ring, all of a sudden The Miz attacks him outside the ring, beating him down and stuff. And then he throws Seth Rollins into the ring, and then the match finally starts and stuff. And Miz was taking control of this match a lot of times in this match. But yeah, this match, it was a really good one. This reminds me of their match at Backlash back in 2018, I want to say. But yeah, because that one was a freaking banger. This one was too. Like I said, I'm going back and forth and everything. Seth trying to pull out a bunch of moves and stuff, but Miz was pulling out some new ones that we haven't seen through, Seth's legs into the corner and stuff, and hit a co-breaker onto him, which was pretty cool and stuff. At one point, Seth knocked out Miz on the mat and stuff, and then he climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the frog splash, but Miz puts his knees up onto him, and then rolls Seth Rollins through for a pin, and Seth kicks out at 2. Like I said, was going back and forth. At one point, Miz locks on the figure 4 leg lock, trying to make Rollins tap out, but Rollins got the ropes and stuff, and Miz had break up the submission, pulls him back into the middle of the ring, trying to lock on the figure 4 again, up until Rollins rolls him up for a pin, but Miz kicks out at 2. There was one cool moment when we see pretty much since Seth Rollins' leg is hurting now from the figure 4 and stuff, Rollins tried to hit the curb stomp at one point onto Miz, but Miz moves out of the way, and he hurt his leg and stuff. Rollins did. After he done hit like one discus forearm and hit the forearm to the back of the head, he tried to hit the curb stomp, but it didn't work out because Miz moved out of the way. And then Miz kicks him in the knee, which drops Rollins down to his knees. Miz hits a DDT onto him, rolls through with it, and then hits another DDT, a standing one at that point, onto Rollins. And then he pins him, but Rollins barely kicking out at 2. And then Miz puts Seth Rollins on the top turnbuckle. He climbs up there with him, trying to hit like an avalanche skull crusher finale off of there, which was going to be pretty cool, it looks like. And Rollins fought out of that, and he hits a superplex onto him within the Falcon's arrow onto Miz, and then he hits the curb stomp onto the Miz, pinning him for the 3 count. So yeah, Seth Rollins defeated The Miz tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. Pretty good match, a really good match. I'd give that match 4 stars. That's why I'll give it. Those two guys put on a pretty good showing for the match. So yeah, that's why I want to give it really good stuff between Seth Rollins and The Miz. Like, yeah, WWE needs to do more with Miz. Like instead of letting him job out and stuff, he should be doing more, because this match proved that Miz still definitely got it, But yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, after that, we see Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle talking backstage. And Sami Zayn was like, "Oh, Matt got a cool idea or whatever that we should listen to." Kevin didn't want to listen to it at all, and Sami finally tells Kevin, like, "You gotta listen to it." And Matt Riddle was like, "Yeah, listen to my idea." He says that all we gotta do is just wrap my toe up and then poke Solo Sikoa in the throat with it, and that will take him out. And Kevin Owens was talking about how that's a stupid idea. He goes like, "Look, I was just messing around. I'm not that stupid, Kevin. I've been sitting at home for 4 months. They took away my friend. They took away my title and stuff. And they tried to take away my career and all that stuff. And since I was out, I seen y'all two be best friends go up to WrestleMania and take away the tag team titles and all that stuff." He says that I want to kick some ass tonight. So yeah, that's what Matt Riddle said. But yeah, that match is still to come later on tonight in the main event. The Judgment Day versus Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens in this 6-man tag team match. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later. Until then. So, the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. But before we talk about that match, it was showing a video package of what happened last week and stuff with Trish Stratus attacking Becky Lynch and stuff. And they said Trish Stratus will be on Raw after this match. So, yeah. But yeah, we get to the match, and it was an okay match. It was the United States Champion, Austin Theory, versus Bobby Lashley one-on-one. And it was going back and forth and everything. At one point, we see Lashley try to hit the spear onto Theory, but Theory jumps over and Lashley hits his head on the turnbuckles. Theory lifts him up on the shoulder, trying to hit A-Tone down, but Lashley fought out of that as well, and then slammed Theory, trying to get the 3 count, but Theory got kicked out at 2. And then at one point, at the ending, we see Austin Theory on the ring apron. He rolls back into the ring, trying to hit that drop kick onto Lashley, but Lashley catches him, locks on the hurt lock and stuff, trying to make Austin Theory tap out, up until Austin Theory runs him into the corner. And then all of a sudden, we see Bronson Reed coming up with a big splash onto both of them, pretty much which ended this match into a DQ, pretty much like a no contest, I guess it was. I don't know which one it was. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then Bronson Reed starts attacking Bobby Lashley outside the ring and stuff, beating him down, hitting that shoulder block off the ring apron onto Lashley and running him into the ring post and everything, throws him back into the ring. And then at one point, Lashley was fighting back, trying to lock on the hurt lock onto Bronson Reed, up until we see Theory coming back into the ring with a drop kick onto Lashley. And Theory quickly escaped the ring, and then Bronson Reed starts beating down Bobby Lashley again, hitting a Samoan drop onto him, and then he climbs up the top turnbuckle and jumps off with the tsunami onto Bobby Lashley, laying him out. So yeah, that's what happened there for the match. And what happened after the match, I'll give it all 2.5 stars as well. I'll give it. It was an okay match, and yeah. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff, I guess. But up next, we're going to be seeing the WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus up next on Raw. So yeah, she's coming out right now, and she'll be on Raw up next. But still to come later on tonight in the main event, it will be the Judgment Day versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle in a 6-man tag team match later on tonight. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we had WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus in the middle of the ring, and she starts talking about why she attacked Becky Lynch and everything. So yeah, she starts explaining about why she attacked Becky Lynch and all that stuff. And she said that it was because that, you know, that she was the first woman to ever main event Monday Night Raw, and that she is the reason why everybody started caring about the women's division and all that stuff. How she put in the hard work and everything and never got appreciated for it. And yeah, she was talking about how that she had to see how Becky Lynch was, because how all Becky Lynch says is like the 4 horsewomen was the ones that made everybody care about the women's division. They're the ones that main event at WrestleMania. And she says that newsflash, if it wasn't for Trish Stratus starting it, you know, the women would have never main event at WrestleMania and stuff. So yeah, that's what Trish Stratus was saying. So yeah, she's pretty much jealous about the fact that Becky Lynch has main event at WrestleMania and all of that stuff. And yeah, she said that she became Becky Lynch's best friend to see how she was and all that stuff. And Becky Lynch put her arm around her last week, saying, "It's okay, friend. We got this next time." And she said that she had enough right there and all that stuff, and that's why she attacked Becky Lynch. And then she says that she is the one that attacked Lita backstage last Monday as well. So yeah, that's what Trish Stratus says. She said that she's the one that attacked Lita, and she explains why she attacked Becky Lynch. But yep, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff, and yeah. So yeah, after that we see this replay from the segment earlier with Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar and all that stuff, where Cody Rhodes called Brock Lesnar a coward after he beat down the security guards and all that stuff, and then he was getting interviewed backstage and stuff, and he was talking about how he had to do what he had to do, was smash through all the security guards to try to get to Brock Lesnar and all that stuff, but he'll get him soon. So yeah, that's what Cody Rhodes was saying. But up next, we're going to be seeing the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, they'll be on Raw up next. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, it was a tag team match. It was Mia Yim and Candice LeRae versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green in a tag team match. Now we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, watching this match from ringside and everything, sitting in some chairs. And then we see Nikki Cross in the crowd just watching Candice LeRae. So yeah. But yeah, it was an okay match and stuff, going back and forth and everything. At one point, it looked like Mia Yim and Candice LeRae was going to pick up the win because Mia Yim hits Code Blue onto Sonya Deville. Almost got the 3 count, but we see Chelsea Green breaking up the pin, and then that's when Candice LeRae and Chelsea Green goes outside the ring brawling and stuff, and then we see Sonya Deville and Mia Yim going at it in the corner and stuff. Sonya Deville trips up Mia Yim, pins her, gets her feet on the ropes. The referee's counting, but up until she stops the count because she sees Sonya Deville's feet on the ropes. Referee's complaining about that stuff. Mia Yim grabs Sonya Deville. Chelsea Green was on the ring apron at that point, tags herself in without Mia Yim knowing. Mia Yim grabs Sonya Deville, try to eat the feet onto her, up until we see Chelsea Green quickly getting in the ring, grabbing Mia Yim, hitting the the jumping version of it onto Mia Yim, pinning her for the 3 count. So yeah, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green defeated Mia Yim and Candice LeRae tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. But then after the tag team match ended, we see Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville get out the ring, and Chelsea Green had a water bottle and dumped it in Liv Morgan's face, and Liv Morgan got pissed off up until she got held back by the referee and Raquel. So yeah, that's what happened there for that tag team match. I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah. But up next, it'll be the main event, the Judgment Day versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle in a 6-man tag team match. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw. Now, before we talk about the main event, we gotta talk about a few things that happened before the main event. So backstage, we seen a lot of people talking. We see Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits, and they're talking to Elias and Rick Boogs because they don't want to get separated and all that in the draft. So yeah, they're talking about the WWE draft and all that stuff. And yeah, Baron Corbin comes up. He goes like, "If your tag teams can get separated," and Montez Ford was like, "You serious? Let's go talk to Adam Pearce Angelo." So yeah, that's what they wanted to go do, and Rick Boogs don't want to be separated from Elias. And then Akira Tozawa comes up talking about, "Yeah, Rick Boogs, yeah," stuff like that, flicks and all that stuff. And then Baron Corbin comes up and he goes like, Akira Tozawa looks at Baron Corbin and he says, "You still suck. I don't want to be around you. Nobody wants you." So yeah, he walks away. So yeah, pretty funny stuff right there. But then after that, we see Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, talking backstage. And when they're with Solo Sikoa, and they was talking about how the Judgment Day would take care of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle tonight, while they would take care of them at Backlash. So yeah, that's what they was talking about. But then we get to the main event, the 6-man tag team match. It was the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and teaming up with Matt Riddle versus Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio, with the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley at ringside, the Judgment Day. So yeah, the Judgment Day versus Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn in the main event in the 6-man tag team match. So yeah, really good match. It was going back and forth and everything. They almost picked up a few wins. The Judgment Day almost did, and Owens and all of them did. At one point, we see Dominic Mysterio jump off the top turnbuckle, hitting a frog splash onto Sami Zayn. He pins him, but Kevin Owens breaks up the pin at the count of 2. That's when Finn Balor comes in there, drop kicking him, taking him out. And then We see Matt Riddle coming in there, hitting the ripcord knee onto Finn Balor, taking him out. And then we see Damian Priest hitting the lift-up flatliner onto Matt Riddle, taking him out. And then Sami Zayn clotheslines Damian Priest over the top rope, taking him out as well. So yeah, everybody's outside the ring. Sami Zayn decides that, he's about to jump over the top rope. So he runs to the ropes, and then Rhea Ripley grabs his foot and stuff. The referee sees it, and the referee kicks Rhea Ripley out from ringside. So yeah, Rhea Ripley gets to go backstage. Dominic Mysterio tried to come up and hit Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn hits the Blue Thunder Bomb onto him, but Dominic kicks out at 2. And then we see Sami Zayn laying out Dominic Mysterio, and then he tags in Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens goes over there, climbs up the top turnbuckle, and he jumps off with the swanton, but Dominic puts his knees up and stuff onto Kevin Owens. And then eventually, Finn Balor got tagged in. Finn Balor drop kicks him in the corner. Kevin Owens in the corner, and then he climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the coup de grace. But Kevin Owens moves out of the way, but Balor lands on his feet and stuff. And then Sami Zayn got tagged in, and Kevin Owens hits the stunner onto Finn Balor, which Finn Balor goes into the corner and stuff. And then Damian Priest comes in, he gets hit with the stunner as well. And then Sami Zayn runs over there, hitting the Helluva Kick onto Finn Balor, tagging in Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with Floating Bro onto Finn Balor, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Matt Riddle defeated the Judgment Day tonight in a 6-man tag team match. That's what happened. But then after that match ended, we see Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline coming in there attacking Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, just beating them down, stuff. The Judgment Day's helping them out and stuff like that. But then we see Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro, OWO, coming down, saving the day and stuff. Everybody's brawling and all that stuff. Outside the ring, we see Kevin Owens laying out Damian Priest on the announce table. Rey Mysterio hit the 619 onto his son Dominic in the ring and all that stuff. So yeah, just everybody standing tall. So yeah, LWO, Kevin Owens, Matt Riddle, and Sami Zayn just standing tall after they laid out the Judgment Day and the Bloodline. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though at the ending. For the match and what happened after the match, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good match and stuff. Actually, I'll give it 4 stars. That's what I'll give it. Match of the night, I would say it'll probably be the 6-man tag team match. Now, The Miz and Seth Rollins had a really good one-on-one match earlier as well. So yeah, that's an honorable mention right there. And then I like the segment with Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar at least. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff. For tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 7.5 stars as well. It was a pretty good episode, so yeah. But yeah, that's been my Monday Night Raw reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, World of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Vales, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. I'll be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for this Friday's Friday Night SmackDown reviews and this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later. Until then.